Brantford Public Library. Thanks for joining me for Crafter's Corner. For today's craft, we are going to be making a distressed mason jar with chalk paint for Valentine's Day. So let's get started. Today's craft, you will need a mason jar, some rubbing alcohol, a sanding sponge, a paintbrush, a sealer, some chalk paint, and a surface to paint. So first thing we're going to do is take our rubbing alcohol and we are going to clean the mason jar. This is just to ensure that the paint goes on nice and smooth. Now we are going to do the first coat of the mason jar, so I'm just going to start at the top of the jar with a little bit of paint. And you can be kind of messy with the painting, it doesn't really matter since we're going for a distressed look. So I just want to make sure everything is coated, and then I'm going to let it dry for at least a couple hours, and then we can do our second coat. So now that my jar is dry, I can go in for the second coat. Again, I'm going to do a rough paint because it doesn't need to be perfect since we're going for a distressed look. Once we are fully covered, I'm going to let it dry for a couple hours so we can do our final coat. Now at this point, it's up to you. If you feel you need a third coat, go ahead. You can work with 2 coats. It's pretty solid. I'm going to go in with a third coat and just once again painting all over, and then I will let it dry for a couple hours. Now that everything is dry, we can go ahead and start distressing. I am just going along the top of the jar and distressing those ridges. And then I'm going to go over the lettering and scrub that out. And then you can kind of go over the jar itself and make as many marks as you like. Once you're happy with how it looks, you're going to go ahead and give it a little bit of a wipe down just to get rid of any dust so it doesn't get stuck when you put on your sealer. Once I've wiped all that dust off, I'm going to go ahead and start painting with my sealer. And again, I'm just going to go all over the mason jar. And once I've completely covered it, I'm going to let it dry for a couple hours. And then it's all finished. Thanks for joining me, everyone, today. I hope you enjoyed this craft, and we will see you next time.